Well, guys, we finally got official confirmation that a new Resident Evil game is in development. I understand that we have been completely overfed when it comes to Resident Evil games as we get a game about every 2 to 3 years, but again, it is good to know since 2024 there has been honestly nothing other than the PC port of the Classic Trilogy collection. I understand that I did end up overhyping you guys for a June reveal, which, and by the way, Dusk Golem, I do apologize because I was completely unfamiliar with your game. It's funny enough because during this Capcom Next event, I didn't think anything major was realistically going to happen since it was about the Dead Rising remaster, Path of the Goddess, and Resident Evil 7 for some odd reason. But I guess they were telling us that, hey, the Resident Evil 7 director is going to be the director for the next mainline game or possible remake. Now, he didn't confirm what game is going to be in development, but he said this: it was really difficult to figure out what to do after 7, but I found it, and to be honest, it feels substantial. I can't share any details just yet, but I hope you're excited for the day I can. Now, did he have anything to do with Resident Evil 8? No. The most amount of history that he has within Resident Evil is being a designer on Resident Evil 5 and the director for the Mercenaries 3D, Resident Evil Revelations, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Hey guys, so I just wanted to quickly throw this in here since this is me editing the video. So remember how I said when he had nothing to do with Resident Evil 8 but everything to do with RE7? Did they say after RE7 release they said something like, hey, we're going to let someone else develop Resident Evil 8 and we're going to give you the keys to RE9 and see what you can do with that. That's what I ultimately think, and that's just a personal theory. Again, I don't know if anyone else came up with that, but I probably am one of the first people that says something like that. Who knows? Now let's talk about the games where he was the main director about. Let's exclude Mercenaries 3D, obviously. Revelations and Resident Evil 7 were, in my opinion, one of the more slower-paced modern games for Resident Evil, so it makes me think that where survival horror will be a bigger emphasis than the action that we have been getting as of recently with RE8 and RE4 Remake. Which begs the question that, what if the game that he is directing is a remake like Resident Evil 1, Code Veronica, 0, or is Resident Evil 9 going to be extremely slow-paced survival horror, which is what he has directed on in the past? But in completely all honesty, all signs point towards him being the director for Resident Evil 9. Now it does make us wonder, what is the plot necessarily going to be about? It's all speculation from here, no matter what ends up happening until the reveal trailer. Now, when does that happen? No one has no idea. We don't know whether or not if it could happen at, let's say, the Game Awards, Tokyo Game Show, Capcom has another showcase, another state of play, something like that. It all is going to be determined to be announced later on. But nonetheless, I am super excited for whatever is going to happen. It's most likely going to be RE9 since they have a tendency to do mainline, remake, mainline, remake. I know RE3 Remake was back-to-back remakes for 2 and 3, but I do feel like that there's going to be more of a consistent trend now going forward. I'm glad to know about this nonetheless. It's a good thing to start off Canada Day for me. But even with this confirmation, it brings in 100 more questions about what this game could be about. Who are the characters going to be? What's the story? Who's going to be the main villain? Are zombies going to return in the mainline series? It's all going to be absolute craziness for about another week until the news and hype all dies down, until the reveal of this game. Also, another thing I forgot to mention that I have in my past videos was that there is this supposedly rumored PlayStation Showcase event that is going to be happening in September most likely, and we are now entering July, and September is about 2 months away. Does that necessarily mean that's going to get revealed there? No, we have no idea again. We can speculate all we want, which is what we have been doing for about the past year and a half, maybe 2, about RE9, but it's good to know that there is legit official confirmation, and again, which we obviously knew about since it is around that time. Now, I probably know the obvious answers to these questions that I'm going to ask you, but are you guys excited for the next upcoming Resident Evil game? Is it going to be Resident Evil 9, another remake? It's probably going to be RE9 if we had to put all of our odds into it. But again, nonetheless, like the 5th time I've said in this video already, I am extremely excited for what is going to be happening for the future. This could be one of the biggest games, like, ever for Resident Evil, but we shall see what happens. If you guys enjoyed this quick little news update video, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button for future Resident Evil content, and as always, I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace out and much love.